Hi, it's Kate Dorsey. I'm looking for the add a friend button. So give me just a moment. I'm gonna bring my incredibly beautiful friend on here so that we can talk to you about what it feels like to stretch yourself outside of your comfort zone. Um, So I know this is going to be a really awesome topic. And so I'm just waiting for Jacqueline Marie to be able to join me. Um, so hopefully she'll get the message and get on here soon, because we wanted to talk to you today about what it is like to stretch yourself. So what we really want to talk about is moving outside of your comfort zone. So hearts and likes, if anybody ever feels like they get stuck in fear, or they get stuck not really wanting to be able to move past where they're really at, because that's what we're going to talk to you about today. I'm just waiting for Jacqueline Marie to be able to join me, which hopefully she'll be able to do soon, because there's actually a lot of power in stretching yourself. And what I mean by stretching yourself is ultimately like, what is something that you're super uncomfortable about, or something that you're like, and sorry if this is shaky, I had to move inside because my Wi-Fi got moved yesterday and now it's not like reaching the outside. So I'm currently holding this, which is not the easiest. So ultimately, what is it like to decide that you want something more? So whenever we want something more, that's usually a point at which we're going to stretch ourselves. So if we're stepping outside of our comfort zone, there's something that we're not super comfortable with, and it's something that we're going to move into. And so as we're moving into it, it feels like what I'm going to call a stretch. So what is something that you have felt like scared to try or scared to do? I'll even own that I was scared to do my first Instagram live, I think it was in September last year. And now I really don't mind. I'm super comfortable in front of the camera, but there was a time when that wasn't something that I felt great about. I don't see Jacqueline, so let me just send her a text while also talking. Able to join us, which really stinks. But I'm here, so I will totally talk to you about what steps you can take. So ultimately, when it comes to stretching yourself, you have to decide why. Why would you do that? What is the thing that you want? What do you want to experience in your life? And so why would that be worth it? So one of my great friends who was going to be on here today, but unfortunately isn't able to join us because of connectivity issues. So hopefully we'll get to do this in the future, because you guys should absolutely meet her. She's an amazing, amazing woman. So one of the steps that you want to connect with when you're thinking about how am I going to stretch myself is really what would feel like, why do I want to do it? So recently I got challenged to do something uncomfortable. And naturally, a large part of me is like, no, I don't want to do it. I'd rather not. But then ultimately it's like, well, what's the point behind that? What am I going to gain out of this? Because there is so much growth potential when you challenge yourself to do something that doesn't feel comfortable. And so ultimately that's what I'm talking to you about. What is something in your life that you want? And are you willing to stretch yourself into it? And so what I mean by that is, let's take a step forward. I literally just stepped forward, which is funny to me. Let's take a step forward into what we want to experience, what we want to create. And let's really connect to the why. So if you've got a goal in life and you want to have experiences with it, what do you need to do to make yourself go for it, to make yourself do it? And so what's really cool about when we stretch ourselves is that you'll expand that bubble. So my encouragement to you is to choose one thing that you've been thinking I kind of want to, but ultimately I don't want to. And it doesn't have to be anything major. It could be I've been wanting to go to the gym and I really haven't been, or I don't have happy hour plans, but I really want to go out. So maybe go out. So it doesn't have to be something huge. Or maybe it's you haven't done something in a while and you want to try something new. Oh wait, here's Jacqueline. All right, yay. Okay. If this is gonna work. I think it's adding. It's really delaying. But still, think of one thing and what you could do to begin to expand and stretch into it, because it's incredibly powerful. Oh my God, you're here. Yay!
Yay!
Victory. So I have been talking. Everybody meet Jacqueline Marie. She's amazing.
Hello, hello.
I'm Kate Dorsey. I'm with Thrive Coaching. And Jacqueline, you want to introduce your business?
Yes, I'm Jacqueline Marie with the Soul of Love. So I'm a love mentor, spiritual love coach.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad you were able to join us. Today we were talking about what it feels like to stretch yourself. Like, what's the point behind it? And why would we do that? Why would we expand our comfort zone?
So I love it. I'm someplace where the reception's going in and out. So I hope we stay in contact. I think you asked me why it's important for us to stretch past our comfort zone.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So, on the other side of fear is everything we've ever hoped and dreamed of. And so stretching beyond where we feel safe, even though it can feel, really scary in the moment. The importance is like, you're never going to achieve your dreams if you don't actually allow yourself to experience what the other side of fear is. And I think that's the thing, like the more we do that, the more we expand past our comfort zone. It's just like a muscle. The more comfortable we become at trying new things, expanding our horizons, opening our awareness. And the more we start to become our own hero, right? Because then you have proof that you can succeed. And then you have proof that you do stand up for yourself, or you do have boundaries. Then you have proof that you can land that date or land that job, or you can, in my case right now, record that song.
Yes, right? I love that you're doing this. It's amazing.
Right, I'm stretching right now. This is me in my stretch. So one of my dreams is to be recording music. And I think like most of us, when we have a dream, it's really scary. We get afraid of what other people are going to think. We get really attached to the outcome. Instead of staying connected to the joy of what it is that we get to go for our dreams. Hi, David Bell. Hi, Lisa. So right now, as I'm in my stretch, what I'm experiencing is actually a lot of flow and grace. And what's helping me is staying connected to why I'm stretching. Not the goal, not what I'm going to get at the end, but like my motive, my reason why I'm singing, why I'm making music. And for me, that's just, I have a deep, deep desire to commune with God in that way. And for me, it's really about, if I don't do this, I would regret it. I'd regret my life if I didn't sing. And so it's just getting connected to my prayer and singing for the pure joy of singing. And I know, Kate, we were talking about you stretching. You want to tell everyone how you're stretching? Kate's stretching, you guys.
Yes, I am. I'm going to do some lunges in a minute. I'll take the literal sense of the word. I haven't done my stretch yet. I will do it tomorrow. And I need to decide on what. But ultimately, I know. I'll admit it. Sometimes you are challenged with something and you're like, what do I want to do? So I briefly considered doing some comedy last night at an open mic night in La Jolla. But it was all like this like really melodramatic songs and poetry, and I was like, this doesn't feel appropriate. Also, can I just tell you, I don't have a comedy routine. Like, I literally don't know how to do comedy. So I was like, maybe this is not the spot. But I love what you're really bringing up is the why. Why would we do it? Yeah. So as I'm considering what I'm going to stretch myself into and how I'm going to expand, ultimately, there's a why behind it. The why is because there's an aspect and a side of me that I haven't tapped into that I want to begin to express. And as I allow that to come forward, what else in my life will open up? And so that's something that you really have to think about. Yeah. Your why is your driver. It's what will get you going. It's what you will be willing to step into, and it's why you'll do it. It's exactly why I will figure out what the heck I'm going to do and do it, because it's really important. The same reason you're in that studio right now. Sorry, my arm is getting super tired.
Yeah. Okay, we can no longer hear you. It's a little more. There we go.
Okay. I must have touched my microphone.
Hi, Hamida.
So,
I see Hamida saying hello. Thank you. Yeah, Kate, speak into
hi.
that. That's so cool. Like, so what is your reason why? Why are you stretching?
I am choosing to stretch because I know that it's necessary for me in my personal growth and my development, in my work, and what I do, in what I desire to achieve and experience in my life.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Love it.
Catherine, you can totally come watch my stand up. I don't have a routine, but I'm sure I could come up with one. That's actually so like I actually did improv for those of you folks that do know me. I did improv classes back in, I want to say April or May, and that was a stretch for me. I had never done that before. That was really nerve-wracking. And you know what I learned from that? That's so fun. It's so fun to get on stage and play and just have fun and experience life. And so it's really choosing the things that you can get so lit up. Like I'm sure for you right now, you're pretty lit up about what you're experiencing.
Oh, so much. Like right now in this moment, I'm in the middle of a dream come true. It's a beautiful feeling when you're standing exactly where you dream of being of standing and creating from a place of worthiness and actually engaging in these, fantasies or these dreams or these deep desires, these visions, when you're actually taking inspired action, right? And you're living it, the feeling is one of awe and profound gratitude. Like right now, I am working with such an incredible producer. They're actually inside recording some guitar for the song we're doing, and getting to witness other musicians in their zone of brilliance, getting to witness myself blooming in ways that I always dreamed. It's like I don't know, Kate. Like right now, it's truly just this dream come true, and it never would have happened if I hadn't decided and committed that no matter how I was feeling, no matter what fear or doubt came up, that I was going to do this. Like setting a time limit, actually setting like I am going to do this by this time, and then publicly declaring it, putting my butt in the line. Wow, has movement been like, it's been so natural and easy. And in the universe, I feel, has just completely refigured itself to support me and to bring the right people in at the right time. And it's just an extraordinary experience, And I find this happens all the time in love relationships as well. Like when we actually declare and decide we're going to start mindfully, consciously dating and calling in a true soul match, things start to shift, right? So for me, we all have nerves and neuroses or fears. Like it was interesting to see that with music for me, I was allowing those to dictate my experience and my joy and my sense of play. So inspired action, babe, is like right now I'm so on fire with that. And I'm gonna come watch you do stand up. I think we should all watch you do stand up.
I think I should come up with some actual material. I was like, all I could think of last night was like, what do I say? I feel like I belong on stage. And then I have two skills in this world as a therapist. One is to listen. I'm a really phenomenal listener. So let me get on stage and just listen. And two would be, I know, for real though, I was like, that's all I've got. And two would be the second component of being a therapist is to state the obvious. Literally what's happening. A therapist most of the time is just telling you what's actually happening. So I was like, that's all I've got. And then I was like, that's really like 1 minute.
I actually think that would be really funny. Like you combine the two of those, that would be really great.
Yeah, I'll just stand up on stage and listen for a minute. It'll be really good.
Really good therapy advice. But if you did it dressed up, totally sexy, I mean, you might have a really great shtick there. Like
all right. Oh my God, why not? I should embrace it. I mean, I would love to be on a stage anyway. I just think it'd be fun. Yeah, I love what you were talking about because the truth is, like, we all have things that stop us.
Yeah.
So there are things that get in our way. So as I'm like, I'll be real, I haven't done my stretch yet. And as I'm thinking about it, there is a part of me that's saying, I don't want to do it,
Yeah.
you know? And so like, that's real. It's real to know that you're scared and that a part of you doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But you really have to connect to the why and into what are you going to get out of doing that? Like, and maybe even sometimes like for you, you're in a studio singing, like you could be not sharing a gift that you have with the world.
Yeah.
If you didn't challenge yourself to do this.
So much, right? And I feel so many people can relate to that. Like definitely some of the people watching, they have a dream, they have a vision, they have a business, they're healers or they're teachers or they're leaders or they're lovers. And if we don't step up into that calling, then the world does miss out. It's not as bright as it could be. I feel like our gifts are our gifts for a reason. You know, I know that my voice is one of my gifts. It's one of the reasons I have the life that I have. It's one of the reasons I have the love practice I have. It all comes down to vibration and an alignment. And so singing for me is a deeply personal, intimate, vulnerable thing. And I think that's like we can all connect with most of the time when we go towards our dreams. It feels like we're becoming naked before the world. And what a beautiful thing that we can unite in that shared humanity. And what if we could be totally vulnerable and open and naked unto the world and yet still completely protected because we're so anchored in our reason why and in our mission and in our truth, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I love this. You're sharing so much wisdom. Well, I know you've got to get back in that studio and finish.
They're like recording. I get to go back in there. Sure. Kate, thank you so much for having me. And it's like such a joy to get to connect with you. And you guys, you're going to want to know Kate. She's so bomb. I just want to reflect to you on this, that you are so talented. And it's really a joy to be able to witness and support you as a sister stepping up and you sharing your gifts and you taking a stand for others to stretch. So here's to sisters joining and stretching together.
Yes, yes. I will be doing some hammy ones and maybe some hamstring ones. I feel maybe some calf raises. Yes, yes, plie. All right, I love you.
Love you, bye.
In the studio, I know it's going to be amazing.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.